What is going on, everyone? I hope you are all having a fantastic day. So I'm sure most of you know that personally I use SoFi as my main banking service, but I've received a lot of questions and comments on the many other online banking platforms that are currently available. And to be honest, I have tried almost all of the best known online banking platforms at some point. So this video is the first in a series of videos that I'll be making in an effort to find out what the best online banking platform truly is. And that brings us to today's review, which is on Chime Bank. Can't really see it. So let's talk about some of the best features of this account, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and how it compares to some of the other banks that we'll look at later in this series. If at any point in today's video you decide that you want to give Chime a shot, then there is a link down in the description below that will give you $50 for free when you open an account with them. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe if you do get value out of today's video, and let's jump right into it. So Chime has actually been around since 2013, but they have grown a lot in the past few years, and you may have even seen their advertisements on TV recently. Now, just a quick disclaimer, and this goes for every single bank that we're going to look at in this series of videos. I am not being paid by Chime to make this video, and this is just my honest review of their platform and all of the other platforms that we'll look at. And also, I actually have used Chime and every other bank that we're going to look at, so this isn't a review on something that I have never personally used myself. Okay, with that out of the way, what does Chime Bank have to offer that sets it apart from its competitors? Well, for starters, they have absolutely no fees, and that includes no overdraft fees, no minimum balance fees, no monthly fees, no foreign transaction fees, and they also have no ATM fees as long as you use their network of over 38,000 ATMs. Now, even if you do use an ATM outside of their network, the fee is currently only $2.50, but I don't live in the heart of a city or anything, and there are still several partnering ATMs within 5 miles of my house, so you probably have one near you as well. Now, the whole no fee thing is not that revolutionary, and there are a lot of competitors who have the exact same no fee structure, but Chime has a lot of unique features that are just not offered elsewhere. At the time of making this video in August of 2020, Chime currently offers 1% APY on all of their savings accounts. Now, depending on when you are watching this, that percentage may have changed drastically, but at the moment, interest rates across the board are really at record lows, and when compared to the other online alternatives like Robinhood's cash management or even SoFi, 1% is really good. Speaking of savings features, one of the most unique parts of this account is their automatic savings, which allows you to round up your purchases automatically and put that amount into your savings account without even thinking about it. So let's say you buy a coffee and that coffee costs you $3.60. Well, Chime will automatically round up that purchase to $4 and deposit that extra 40 cents into your savings account. And personally, I love this feature, but I've never really understood the allure of keeping money in a savings account just so you don't spend it. However, if you are the kind of person who always spends everything that is in your checking account, then this is a fantastic feature that allows you to save without even thinking about it. If you're familiar with Acorns and their roundup investing feature, then this is pretty much the exact same thing, but instead of investing your money, they are saving your money. Another really unique thing that actually put Chime on the map, in my opinion, is their Get Paid Early feature. Now, I do know other places who are offering something similar, but essentially this means that you can get your paycheck up to 2 days early when you use direct deposit through your employer. So let's say you usually get paid on Friday. Well, Chime will recognize that bi-weekly pattern or however often you get paid and how much, and will deposit your paycheck into your account on Wednesday, which is 2 days earlier than usual. Again, this may sound kind of pointless to some people, but if you're the type that is always eagerly awaiting your paycheck or you just want to get your money as soon as possible, then this is a really unique feature that is awesome, and really Chime is one of the only ones that offers it. So outside of those great features, Chime also has the typical debit card that you can spend with, and in their application, which is really well designed, you can also break down your spending into various categories and keep track of where you might be spending too much. Plus, their debit card also allows you to get some great cash back and rewards from certain retailers, which is fantastic considering this is just a debit card. And they also have a payment section within the app that allows you to send and receive money just like you would with Venmo or Cash App. Now, these kind of features are kind of an expectation with these online banks nowadays, but Chime is at the front of the pack, and it's clear that they have invested a lot of time and money into developing their mobile application. After all, they brand themselves as a tech company, and that is definitely reflected in their sleek and modern design when it comes to their mobile presence. Okay, so those are the things that I love about Chime Bank, and that 1% APY is really tough to beat, but there are some areas that I feel could use some improvement. First of all, and this is really true for every single online bank, there's obviously no physical locations that you can go to, which may not sound like a huge deal in 2020, but if you're trying to deposit cash, then this makes it really difficult to do. Now, obviously, you can withdraw cash from their ATMs, but pretty much much all of these online platforms are lacking in the sense that there is no physical location that you can go and deposit your cash. That one's not a huge deal, but I also have noticed that Chime's customer service is not quite as good as some of the other platforms that I have used personally. Now again, everyone's experiences are going to be a little different, but in the 2 times that I've had to contact Chime, it's taken almost 30 minutes to get on the phone with a real person, which isn't that horrible, but when compared to something like SoFi, who typically has someone on the phone with you in under 2 minutes, it definitely leaves something to be desired. Now with that being said, Chime's customer service has improved a lot over the last year or so, and they used to not even have a customer service phone number at all, and the fact that they do have that now gives them a huge leg up over some competitors like Robinhood's Cash Management, who is notorious for having really non-existent customer service. Now lastly, I do want to address the elephant in the room, because you may have seen this just by doing a quick YouTube or Google search for Chime Bank, but I have heard a lot of people have issues with their accounts or cards being locked or deactivated. Now, full transparency, this is tough for me to speak on because I have never personally had an issue like this with them, but here's my take on this. Is it frustrating when a company needlessly puts your card on hold or locks your account? Yes, absolutely, and it is probably something that has happened to all of us in one way or another. But my argument is, would you rather your card be put on hold thinking that there might be a fraudulent charge, or just let it go in the case that someone actually did steal your card? Of course, they ought to be able to differentiate between the two, and in a perfect world, your card would never be needlessly locked, but in my eyes, I would rather them err on the side of caution and keep my money safe than let my card be completely open in the case that someone actually did steal my card. Now, I've also seen people say that they are worried about their money disappearing, and again, I haven't experienced anything like this, so I can't relate to those frustrations, but I will say that with your Chime account, your money is fully FDIC insured up to $250,000. So even if Chime went completely bankrupt and you had $250,000 in that account, it is fully insured by the government, and you're not going to just lose that money out of nowhere. Frankly, having true FDIC insurance is better than a lot of the competitors who simply have their own type of insurance or something similar to FDIC insurance. So in regard to just randomly losing your money, I personally feel that you have absolutely nothing to worry about because your money is literally backed by the federal government. Although... So what are my final thoughts on this account? Well, at the end of the day, Chime offers some very similar features to a lot of my other favorite platforms like SoFi, but there are some unique qualities to this account like the early paycheck payment and that fantastic 1% interest rate that really set it apart from the competition. Now again, that interest rate does change and it might be completely different now, but the fact that they are coming out higher than their competitors at a time when interest rates across the board are lower really speak to their ability to provide a higher than average interest rate. Their platform is extremely easy to use, and as the company continues to grow, I can only imagine that their customer service and their ability to reinvest in their mobile presence will only improve further. So when we're strictly looking at the banking side of your financial tools, this might be a fantastic option. However, there is still one really big reason why I will personally not be moving all of my money into Chime. Like I said, Chime is fantastic when strictly looking at the banking side of things. However, their services stop there, and as far as investing and borrowing goes, they simply don't have those features at the moment. Now, maybe you have a separate investing account anyways, or maybe you get all of your loans through a different bank entirely. So this might not really matter to you, but as I have mentioned many times before, I personally love having all of my finances under one umbrella because it's just easier to move my money around and it's only one account that I have to keep track of. Plus, in the case that you do have to call customer service, they're able to take care of multiple things at once without having to call multiple different companies. Now, this video is not a pitch for SoFi, and if you are just looking for a banking service, then Chime is a fantastic option. But if you're like me and you want everything under one umbrella, then I would personally say that I would still go with SoFi for that case. So at the end of the day, you really need to look at your personal financial needs and decide if you're just looking for an online banking service, or if you're like me and you want the total package of saving, investing, and borrowing, if that is something that you need to do. It's completely up to you, obviously, but here's my suggestion, and hear me out because this might sound a little bit crazy. Try both accounts. Both of these are completely free, and also they're both offering free money when you open an account with them. At the moment, SoFi will give you $50 for free, and Chime will give you another $50 for free. So I will leave links for both of these down in the description below, so be sure to check those out and try both of them, then decide which one you prefer. And even if you know that you want one account over the other, you can still get $100 for free just by opening both accounts and then closing whichever one you don't want to use. And for a minute of work, you just earned yourself $100, so that's definitely something to consider if you ask me. me. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe because I'm just trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, and I'm investing a lot in better cameras and lighting and editing software. So if you enjoy what you're seeing, then it would mean so much to me if you would subscribe and follow along with the rest of this series so that we can find out what the true best online bank is in 2020. Thanks again for your time, take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one.